All right, students, we have come to the end of term 3. So every term we will have a term revision. Okay, so this term revision consists of all the topics that you have learned this term. So you are here. We are going to be able to test how much you have managed to pick up throughout the past 12 to 13 weeks. Let's take a look at the worksheet. Now, students, we are here on question 1. Okay, how do we solve this? We have to compare. Okay, we have to solve this by comparison. We have to compare the shapes that you can see. And what the question wants is, they are there are no numbers involved, right? They are only giving us some shapes. Okay, they're asking you if you have 4 circles and 2 triangles, this will be equivalent to how many squares? And you just have to give your answer in terms of squares. So how many squares equals to 4 circles minus 2 triangles? I'll give you some time to try it first before I go through the answer. Hey. Maximus, you want to explain how you got your answer? So Maximus, what's the answer?
2 squares.
2 squares. Yes, 2 squares. 4 circles minus 2 triangles is equivalent to 2 squares. How do you know that? The question tells us that 2 circles represents
3 squares.
3 squares.
So there's 4 circles.
So
So 3 plus 3 is 6.
4 circles will represent 6 squares. Yes.
So one triangle represents 2 squares.
So 2 triangles.
So 2 triangles is 4 triangles.
2 triangles. 2 triangles.
Yeah, 2 triangles.
2 triangles is equals.
But there's 2 triangles. Equals to 4 squares.
Yes, equals to 4 squares. So now the question is asking you for 4 circles minus 2 triangles. And what do we get?
2 square.
Yes. Just need to take your 4
6
circles.
minus 4. Minus 6.
Yes, correct. Minus your 2 triangles and you will end up with 2 squares. Very good. Thank you, Maximus. Well done. Was this easy?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite easy. Students, actually, this is a type of algebra question. Instead of using alphabets, sometimes algebra you use like x plus y equals to 10 or something like that. Then they ask you y equals to 3. So what is x? So in algebra, they use alphabets, but now we are using shapes. Okay, this is very similar to algebra. So students, now let's take a look at the next question. Kate, can I ask you? Okay, I'm going to draw a cube. My first question to you, Kate, how many faces does a cube have?
6.
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4 at the bottom. Then there's another one behind. And there's another one at the side, which we cannot see. But we know that a cube consists of 6 faces. Now, Kate, if I were to take one cube, and I drop it into a bucket of paint, how many faces of the cube do you think will be painted? Take the entire cube, you drop it into a bucket full of paint.
6.
Yes, all the 6 faces will be painted. Now, what if I were to connect this cube with another cube? Okay, do you notice when I connect this cube with another cube, the face over here
Is blocked.
has been covered. Yes, it's blocked. Okay, so if I drop it in the bucket of paint, how many faces of this cube will be painted? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. What about the bottom? Will the bottom be painted? 4. What about the back? Will the back be painted? Hello? Kate, are you there?
Yes.
Will the bottom be painted?
Yes.
Will the back be painted?
Yes.
Will this side be painted?
No.
Why?
Because it's covered by the other block.
Very good, because it's covered by the other cube. So how many faces of this cube will be painted altogether?
5.
5. You are correct. Okay, so now this question is asking us, if the entire figure is dropped into a bucket of paint, how many cubes will have 4 faces that gets painted? Okay, so let's do it one by one. What about this? How many faces of this cube do you think is painted? You just need to know how many sides are being covered. If you look at this cube, how many sides of this cube are being covered?
1. So it's only
Yes.
5. I
Yes.
know the one
One
on
side.
top of that is 1.
Okay, 5 faces are going to be painted. So we do not want this because the question is asking you for 4 faces. So we do not want this and we're not going to count this. Okay? So let's take another example. What about this one right here? What about this cube right here?
Yes.
Very good. 1, 2, 3,
There's
and
also one at the
4.
corner on
Okay,
the
so
top.
this is counted. So let's highlight this. This is counted. We want this. There's one at the top.
Corner.
This one. And that as
Yeah.
well. Very good. Correct. Those cubes have 4 faces painted. What else? What about this
There's
one?
the one, yeah, that one. And the
Yeah,
one on the top corner.
very good. Are there any more?
No.
No. Well done, Kate. So altogether, how many cubes would have 4 faces painted? What's the answer?
7.
6 cubes. Yes. Thank you, Kate. Well done. So students, do you have any questions about this? All right. I guess it's easy enough, right? But you just have to be careful. Sometimes you make a careless mistake and you count the wrong cubes. So you just have to be really careful about this, all right? Let's take a look at question 3. Now, we have some dice over here. These are dice. Dice look like this. They look like cubes, and they have 6 faces. So each face of the dice is numbered. They are numbered from 1 to 6. So the maximum number that you can roll on a dice would be 6. Okay, students? Maximum number you can roll on the dice is 6. If you have 3 dice, the maximum points that you can get, if all the 3 dice are showing 6, then the maximum number of points that you can get will be 18. Correct? Now, what does the question want? The question is telling us that there are 2 ways. There are only 2 ways for us to get the number 16 when we roll 3 dice. The first way is 6, 6, and 4. The second way is 5, 5, and 6. Okay, there are only 2 ways that we can get the number 16. So now the question is asking you, how many ways are there to get the number 12 if you roll 3 dice? So if I were to make a list, okay, let's just make a list so that we can get the sum of 12 on 3 dice. So for example, we have the first die showing 1. Okay, then the other 2 should be 5 and 6. Then you will get 12. Am I right? So that is the first way that we can get 12. What other way can we get 12? We might roll, another, we might get 2 and 4 and 6. That's another way we can get 12 on by rolling 3 dice, right? So students, I'd like you to take some time to think about how many ways are there in total that we can roll 3 dice to get a sum total of 12. Okay? I'll give you 2 minutes to type your answer in the chat. So Ben, can I ask you, now, what is the next possible combination of numbers I can get?
3 plus 3 plus 6.
Well, what about 2? Can I still start with 2?
2 plus 5 plus 5.
Good. And after 2, can we continue with 2 plus 6 plus 4?
Yeah. No,
Why not?
because it is the same as 2 plus 4 plus 6.
Yes, it is repeated. We don't want to repeat the number, so let's move on to 3. Okay, 3 plus?
Plus 3 plus 6.
Yes. What else?
Um,
Look at the screen. Do you know?
3,
Look at the screen.
5.
Yes. And what else? Can we do 3 plus 5 plus 4?
No.
No. So shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay, move on to 4 plus 2 plus 6. Can we do this?
No.
Okay, do you notice a pattern, by the way? We are just increasing this number. Can you see we increase it from 4 to 5? But we decrease this number, 6 to 5, right? So if we were to start with 4, 2, 6, we can also have 4, 3, 5. We can also have 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 3. So we are just, do you notice that there's a pattern 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3? Okay. Yeah, but anyway, we cannot do 4, 2, 6 because it is repeated. So what can we do? What can we do? 4 and what else?
Plus 4 plus 4.
Okay, 4 plus 4 plus 4, yes. Shall we increase to the next number? 4, 5, 3?
Yeah.
Can we? You
No.
should.
No.
Oh, we cannot because it's already down. It's already written down, right? So 4, 5, 3 is not possible. 4, 6, 2?
No.
Not possible because it's already repeated. So is that all?
I think so.
I would say that's all. Shall we move on to 5?
Okay.
5 plus 1 plus 6.
No, cannot.
Cannot because it's already written out.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 plus 2 plus 5.
No.
Already written down. Okay, so looks like Ben, no matter how we do it, it's going to be repeated. So this is the final answer. How many ways are there that we can get 12, Ben?
6.
There are 6 ways. Correct. Well done. Any questions? Okay, you got it. So how about the rest of you? Anyone have any questions about this? Raise your hand. So just make sure you don't repeat. Okay, students? Make sure you don't repeat. And another thing you can do is make sure that, to make your life easier, just follow the pattern. 3, 4, then the next number will be 5. But of course, if it's repeated, then we have to stop. Okay? So let's take a look at question 4. Oh, this is a tricky one. Okay, just take some time to read it and try your best to answer me. What the question wants is that they want the least number of people. Okay, the least number of people present at the tea party. But you still must have 3 mothers and 4 daughters. Okay? Let me tell you right now that the answer is not 7. It is less than 7. It is possible to have less than 7 people, and yet you have 3 mothers and 4 daughters present. Okay? Maximus, you got it. Well done. Okay, the rest of you, I give you 2 minutes. Not so straightforward, right? Junchen, can I ask you? Okay, Junchen. Now, can you imagine that can you imagine that your father is in the room with you right now, right? So if let's say your father was in the room, then you have one father and one son, correct? Now, what happens if your grandfather walks in? If your grandfather walks in, you will, how many fathers will there be in the room?
One.
One. Who?
The father.
Of your father?
Yeah.
What about your grandfather? Isn't he the father of your father?
Yeah.
So is he also considered a father?
Yes.
So let me draw, okay? Junchen, this is you. Okay, then this is your father. This is your father. Okay? This is your father. Then this is your grandfather. Okay. So, Junchen, let's take a look at you. You are the son. Yes or no? Your father is also considered a father, right? What about your grandfather? Is he a grandfather? Is he a father of somebody?
The father.
Yes, he is the father of your father. So how many fathers are there here in the room?
Two.
2 fathers. Is there how many sons are there in the room?
One.
1?
No, two.
Who is the other son?
The father.
Very good. Your father is the son of your grandfather. So now in this room, there are 2 sons and there are 2 fathers. Am I right? But when you take 2 plus 2, you get 4. However, there are only 3 people in the room, right, Jinsen? So do you think it's possible that if there are 3 mothers and 4 daughters, do you think it is possible that there are less than 7 people?
Yes.
Yeah, of course. So can you tell me, who are the people in the room? Let's start with the oldest person. Who do you think will be the oldest person in the room?
The mother.
Mother is the oldest. Mother is the oldest, ah? Okay, sure. So how many daughters does this mother have?
4. No, 1.
One, only one daughter. Okay, then there's only one daughter and one mother. That's it. Do you have 3 mothers and 4 daughters?
No.
No. So what can I do to make there be 3 so that I can have 3 mothers and 4 daughters? Who else should I bring into the room?
Another doctor.
Another daughter? Okay, this daughter number 1, this daughter number 2. Now there's 2 daughters and 1 mother. What else can I do? Is there enough people or not?
No.
So what else? Who else do you want to add? You only have 2 daughters. You need more daughters.
Another doctor.
Okay, I'm adding two more daughters. Okay, now I have 4 daughters and 1 mother. Is it enough, Junchen?
One of the mother is the mother's.
Sorry?
One of the mother is the mother's mother.
So who is that called? What do you call that person?
Grandma.
Grandmother. Very good. Okay, let's start with the oldest person in the room. Okay, so I'm going to start with the oldest person in the room, and that is she's called grandma. Okay? So under grandma, you have mother. Okay?
Two mothers.
Under mother,
Two mothers.
you have, sorry, say again, 2 mothers. Like that, is it? Mother,
Yeah.
mother.
And
Then you
each
have,
have 2 daughters.
each mother has 2 daughters. Okay, let's try. So how many people are there all together in this room right now?
7.
I already mentioned to you at the start of this question that the answer is not 7, it is less than 7. So immediately you know that you're wrong because as you can see, this person is a mother, this person is a mother, this person is a mother, and guess what, Junchen? Don't you think that this person is also the daughter of the grandmother, right? The other mother is also the daughter of the grandmother. And then this one is a daughter, this one is a daughter, this one is a daughter, this one is a daughter. How many daughters do you have?
6.
Is it too much? The question says that you only need 4 daughters, right? Right now you have 3 mothers and 6 daughters. Okay, who do you want to remove? You have extra daughters, so who are you going to remove?
Two daughters.
Okay, let's try to remove 2 daughters. Okay, how many people are there in the room right now?
4 daughters and 3 mothers.
Very good. And how many people are there in the room?
5.
Yes. Do you think this is the answer? Jinchen?
Yes.
Well done. You got it. So students, I know it's a little bit tricky, okay, but this is how it works. The word mother and the word daughter is just referring to the status, the role of the person, right? So I can be a mother, sorry, I can be a father, and I can be the son at the same time because even though I'm the father of somebody, someone else is my father. So I'm the son or I'm somebody's son and I'm also somebody's father. So I can play both roles, right? So let me draw this neatly, okay? First, we start with the grandma. Okay, I'm going to show you another way to arrange it. You can also have one mother if you want, right? And then we can even have 3 daughters, just like that. Daughter number 1, daughter number 2, daughter number 3. So in this case, wait, can we do this? Grandma, mother, 3 daughters. I don't think you'll have enough mothers this way. Nope, I don't think we can do this. What we can do is we can even say, okay, if I want to, I can do this, okay? I can do, wait, why not ask someone else? Abby, can I ask you? Abby, instead
You
of,
can,
yes, what can I do?
you can have a great grandmother.
Well done. I can have a great grandma. And below the great grandma, who is it?
Your grandma.
Grandma. Yes. And below grandma?
Your mother.
Yes, okay. Mother. And how many daughters?
2.
Yes. 1 daughter, 2 daughters. And we realize that this great grandmother, she's a mother. She's the mother of grandma. And grandma is the mother of mother. Mother is the mother of daughter number 1 and daughter number 2. We also realize that grandma is the daughter of great grandma. Mother is the daughter of grandma. And of course, these two are daughters of mother. We will still end up with 3 mothers and 4 daughters. The total number of people in the room will always be, there will be 5 ladies in the room having tea together. Well done, Abby. Good job. Yes, Kate.
You can also do it another way.
Yes, how?
So you have a great-grandmother. The great-grandmother has 2 children. Only one has a child, and that child also has a child.
Well done. Okay, so you can have a great grandma, right? Great grandma has 2 children, grandma number 1 and
Grandma number 2 is not a grandma.
granny number 1. And we can just say that we have a daughter, just daughter of great grandma, right? The reason why this is not a grandma is because she does not have any children. So you cannot call her grandma. She's nobody's grandma. She's not even somebody's mother. So we can just say the daughter of great granny. And then granny has a daughter who is your mother. And then your mother has a daughter, and that's you. Okay, that works. Let's count. You have 1 daughter here, you have 1 daughter here, you have 1 daughter here, you have 1 daughter here. You have 1 mother here, you have a mother here, and you have a mother here. 3 mothers and 4 daughters. It works. Very good. Nice one, Kate. Well done. All right, students, there are many ways to do this. So far, we have already demonstrated 3 different ways, right? Okay, you can choose whichever way works for you. Let's try the next one. Oh, it's a little bit long. Take 10 seconds to read it. Okay, so students, this question is asking who owns the brown cat? Now, in order to resolve the question, you need to organize your information properly. Okay? Just simply reading it may or may not work. So it's best to organize the information so that you can be 100% sure that you have the correct answer. Can I ask Nicholas to try this? So, Nicholas, let's do it sentence by sentence, okay? They said there's a white dog, there's a brown dog, there's a white cat, and there's a brown cat. The first piece of information you have is Jean has a cat. Okay, so they say Jean has a cat. Immediately, I can write down in my table that Jean has a cat. Okay, now you read the next part. After reading the next part, what should I do?
Robert has dogs.
So what should I do now that I've read Alan and Robert have dogs? What should I do? What should I write down?
Dogs at Alan and Robert.
Yes, Alan and Robert. I'll write down the word dog. Okay? And they said that Alan and Jean have pets that are white in color. So what should I do in my table?
put white at Alan and Sean.
White at Ellen, white at Sean. Okay. So what can we say? What can we do now? Can we solve it? Talia solved it already. So Nicholas, if you look at the table, what is missing? You're supposed to have a white dog, a brown dog, a white cat, and a brown cat. So what are missing? Junchen, you solved it already. Good. So Nicholas, what is missing? What should I write down for Robert? What color do you think is Robert's dog?
Brown.
Brown. Okay, brown. What about Francis? Do you think he has a dog or do you think he has a cat?
Cat.
Cat. And what color is Francis' cat?
Brown.
Brown. So who has the brown cat?
Francis.
Well done. Was this easy?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, it's just a logical question, but it will test you on how well you can organize your information. Now, obviously, there can be questions out there that are more complicated and even longer than this, right? So then you might need to make a longer list to organize your information. So most important skill that you need to know is how to organize your information so that you'll be able to resolve the question. Yes, Kate, you raise your hand.
I did the chart another way.
How?
So on one side, there's A, J, F, and R. On the top, it says W, D, B, D, W, C, B, C.
Oh, so you just tick, you put a tick on who has a brown cat, who has a white dog. Okay, that works. That works as well. No problem. Yeah. There are different ways to organize your, your information. Now, obviously, if you use Kate's method, okay, what Kate did was she just say Alan, Jean, Francis, Robert. And she says that this is a white cat, white dog, brown cat, brown dog. And what she did was, as she read the question, she just went around making notes. For example, Ellen has a white dog. So she will put, so what Kate will do is she will put a tick over here. Ellen has a white dog. And then if she finds out that Jean has a white cat, then she'll put a tick here. And if she finds out that Robert has a brown dog, then she'll put a tick there. And that leaves her with Francis, who has the brown cat. Okay, I mean, you can do that. I personally do not prefer this, okay, because the way that it is structured, it forces you to try to remember what color and what pet does each person have. But if we were to do it this way, you can immediately make notes as you are reading the question, which makes it easier. You don't have to remember who is the one with which pet. Okay, it is safer. Yes, Kate?
Then in my chart, like if it says, for example, you have a tick in one row that's completely empty except for that one tick, and you can cross out all the ones in that row or column.
Like that. Okay, so if you are reading, so let's say we are reading the question, okay? Okay, so we read the question, they say that Jean has a cat. So straight away, you look at Jean. Jean has a cat. So we will cross out the dogs.
Dogs.
Well done, well done. Okay, then you don't have to remember what color is Jean's animal. You can straight away cross it out and make a note. Okay, then I think this is very useful as well, Kate. Well done. So as you read, okay, they say Alan and Robert have dogs. So straight away you cross out the cat for Alan and Robert. Yes, I think that makes sense. Well done, Kate. So both method will work. Let's try out question 6. Oh, this is very complicated. Let me ask Talia. So Talia, you see a square, you see a rectangle, so the answer is 2, correct?
No.
No? Why not?
There's also a figure between the triangle and the square.
Very good. So students, when they ask you, how many four-sided shapes do you see? Okay, some of us will straight away say that there is one here and there is another here. And the answer is two. Now that's absolutely wrong because there's so many more. This is also a four-sided shape, correct? This is also a four-sided shape. This is also a four-sided shape. This is also a four-sided shape. Now, we can even say that this is a four-sided shape. We can even combine them and say that this is a four-sided shape. There are just too many to count, or at least too many to count without organizing them into a table. So let us organize them into a table. Now, Talia, I've made a table for us to organize our information. Can you tell me how many four-sided shapes is made of one part? What I mean by one part is this. This shape is only made out of one part, whereas this four-sided shape, how many parts is this shape made up of?
Two parts.
Huh?
2 parts.
Correct. This four-sided, the red shape is made up of two parts. Okay, what about if I were to draw this, Talia? How many parts?
3.
1, 2, 3. Correct. So students, our purpose of drawing a table is to keep track of how many shapes, four-sided shapes, are made up of one part, made up of two parts, made up of three parts. You know, we can keep counting them and finally we can add them together. So, Talia, let's start. We are starting with those with one part. How
7.
many? 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is made up of one part. 5. This is made up of one part. Where's 7?
Never mind 6. Yeah, I just realized.
There are 6 shapes, four-sided shapes, that are made up of one part. Now, what about those that are made up of two parts? Okay, Talia, you count first, then I'll draw it later.
5.
Okay. Let's see where the 5 are. 1. Okay, this is made up of two parts. 2. Okay. 3. Okay. 3. Oh, I saw it. 4. Oh, I found it. This is made up of two parts as well.
Yeah.
5. Yes, I agree. 5. So there are 5 four-sided shapes that are made up of two parts. What about 3 parts? Mhm.
1.
Yes, and it is right here. This four-sided shape is made up of 3 parts. I am afraid that this is the only one. Okay, you are correct. What about 4 parts?
Three.
Very good. 3. Where are they? This is 1. Okay, this is made up of 4 parts. This is made up of 4 parts, okay? This is another one. The square is made up of 4 parts. Okay? And this one, part of the rectangle here. Well done, Talia. And what about 5 parts?
One.
1. Correct. And it is the big rectangle. It is made up of 5 parts. Good job. So, Talia, how many 4-sided shapes are there altogether?
16.
You got it. Well done. Was this easy or difficult?
Easy.
Easy. Okay, students, this is easy. The idea is easy, the concept is easy, but you might be careless, right? Sometimes we might miss out counting one of the shapes, and then you can get the entire question wrong. So even though it's easy, we have to be extremely careful. Okay? So let's try the next one. Question 17. This should be easy. Everyone, 2 minutes. Can you type your answer? Abby, do you happen to have an answer for this?
I think it's Saturday.
You think, but you're not so sure, right?
I haven't checked yet.
Okay, let's check it together to see if you got it right. Now I'm going to draw a calendar. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And they are telling us that the 9th of September falls on a Thursday. So I'm going to say that this is the 9th of September.
Wait,
Can you tell me? Sorry?
Wait, I think it's I'm pretty sure it's Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, sure, Sunday. Now let's check whether you are correct. 9th of September falls on a Thursday. What is the date? Next Thursday.
Next Thursday is the 16th.
All you need to do is add
7.
7. Because? Why 7?
Every week has 7 days.
Yes, because there are 7 days in a week. You just need to add 7. So if I were to continue adding 7, I would have gotten to the 30th of September, which is still going to be a Thursday, right? So can you tell me what date it will be on Friday after the 30th?
The 1st of October.
The 1st of October, because there are only 30 days in September. There is no 31st of September. So the next day is the 1st of October. You are correct. And that will be a Friday. What day would the Saturday be over here?
The 2nd of October.
2nd of October. Actually, that's not important because they're asking you for the 10th of October. So I would like to get a number which is closer to 10. So let's just add 7. And I'll know that the next Friday is the 8th of October. So Saturday would be the
9th.
And which day would be the 10th of October?
Sunday.
Well done. You got it. So which method? Yes.
I also have a question for the previous question. How are you meant to know that there are 5 different parts for at maximum in the exam? Are you supposed to count it?
Yes, you have to count. So how do you know that the maximum is 5 different parts? So this is already the biggest shape that we have, which is a 4-sided figure. There are 5 parts here. As long as you cannot see any 4-sided figures that consist of 6 parts, that means 5 is the maximum. You have to count this. You have to observe this on your own. The question will not tell you. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
And Abby, did you use my method here or did you use some other method to get Sunday? What method did you use to get Sunday?
To get Sunday, I used your method, but then I didn't draw a calendar. I just
You used the same method, but you didn't draw the calendar. Okay, that's fine. Well done. Students, do you have any questions? So far, Ben had the answer, and Maximus had the answer, and of course, Abby. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh, McDonald's. Oops. So, who's feeling hungry right now? You want to eat some fries, Maximus? Okay, Maximus, why not you help me with this McDonald's question, okay? So, Maximus, do you have an answer for this, by the way?
no.
No, not yet. Okay, don't worry. We'll come up.
My only answer, which I'm not so sure, is 40.
Is what?
40.
40. Okay, let's see if you're correct. So,
Oh.
how many how many packets of fries do we start off with in this question?
34.
Yes. Because he bought 34 packets of fries. So we start off with 34 packets of fries. He's going to eat all the fries. So after eating all the fries, how many empty packets will he have left? He eats all the. How many?
Why don't you just use 34 divided by 5?
No, I'm just asking you how many empty packets is he gonna have left?
34.
Yes. So when I write the letter E, it means empty, okay? Now, whenever you have empty packets, you bring it back to McDonald's and you exchange them.
So 34 divided by 5.
And how many new packets can you get? Huh?
5 remain. 6 remainder something.
6 new packets.
No.
Plus how many empty remaining?
34.
How
No.
many empty remainder?
No. 5, 6. 6 remainder 4.
So you have 4 empty packets remaining. Correct. Now you take your 6 new packets and your 4 empty packets. You go ahead and eat the fries. Okay, you eat all the fries. How many empty packets will you have left?
10.
10.
So you could buy 2 more.
So you take your 10 empty packets, you go and exchange it at McDonald's.
You could get 2 more new packets.
2 new packets. So the total number of new packets that you managed to get, okay, is
2 plus 6, 8 plus 34. 2 plus 6, 42.
yes, very good.
I'm close.
Yes, you are very close. So why did you, of course, this question is not difficult, but why did you get the wrong answer? Okay, it's all about organizing your information. If you write it down neatly, step by step, you will not miss out. Okay, Maximus? All right. So students, you see, they only care about the new packets. How many new packets are you going to get altogether? Okay, so you're going to start off with 34 new packets. Then they will give you 6 new packets. And they will even give you 2 more new packets. So the total number of new packets of fries that you have gotten is 42. So just by buying 34 packets, so you only paid for 34, but in the end you got 42. Good deal, right? All right. But of course, after you finish eating everything, then it's not a good deal anymore. You're going to feel sick. So moving on to the next question. Question 9. Okay, take some time to read it. Ben, let me ask you about this. So you have 3 pipes, A, B, and C. And they told you how long it takes to fill up a pool using each of the pipes. You take 5 hours, 6 hours, and 3 hours. My first question to you is, what is the lowest common multiple of 5 hours, 6 hours, and 3 hours?
1.
Sorry? Lowest common multiple. Okay, Ben, never mind. Let me ask you what's the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. Do you know?
I think it's 6.
Say again?
Is it 6? Oh,
6. Okay, so how do you find lowest common multiple? You just write down you write down the multiples of 2, then you write down the multiples of 3. You see which one is the lowest. And common. Common, that means the same. Lowest, that means lowest. So lowest common multiple. These are all multiples. Multiples of 2 and multiples of 3. So lowest common multiple. Okay. Now 6 is the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. Can you think about what is the lowest common multiple of 5, 6, and 3? Could it be 10? No. Could it be 20?
no.
3 cannot be divided by 20. No. Could it be 30? 30? Could it be 30, Ben?
Yes.
Yes. Let's write it down. Okay, 30, huh? Now that we found the LCM, I'm going to say in 30 hours, how many swimming pools can pipe A fill? Can you tell me?
Um,
Maximus, you got it. Well done.
6.
6, correct. You are going to fill up 6 swimming pools because it only takes 5 hours to fill up one pool. So if you give 30 hours, you can fill up 6 pools. What about pipe B?
5,
And what about pipe C?
10.
Absolutely. Now, if I were to turn on all the 3 pipes together, if I give them 30 hours, how many pools are they going to fill up? I give them 30 hours. I turn them on at the same time. All of them are running. So, what is the total number of pools that they can fill up together? All together?
And
Huh?
20,
20, yeah. Can you add properly?
21.
Yes, you're going to be able to fill up 21 pools in 30 hours. So if you turn on all the 3 pipes together, you can fill up 21 pools in 30 hours. So if you turn on all the 3 pipes together, the question is asking you, how long will it take to fill one pool? So what must I do to the number 30?
Divide up 6.
Yes, you can just divide it by 21. So let's simplify the fraction, okay? Now let's divide it by 3. I get 10. Divide it by 3, I get 7. So now my fraction is 10 over 7. So can you change it into a mixed number for me? One whole and what?
4 and 3 are 7.
Well done. So if you turn on all the 3 pipes together, they will take 1 and 3 over 7 hours to fill up one pool. Right, Ben? Any questions about this? So do you find this question easy or difficult?
Medium.
Medium. Okay, good job. How about the rest of you? Anyone have any questions about this? So you just need to find the LCM, okay? Then you can logify it. So based on logic, if you turn on one pipe, you can get 6 pools. Okay, then if you turn them all on together, you get 21 pools. And from there, you can find out how long it takes to fill one pool when all 3 of them are turned on at the same time. Okay, question 10. Students, this is very similar to the question that we did last week. Take note of something, okay? The total area is 89. I know that some of you, your worksheet says 108, but please change it to 89. Everybody change it to 89. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Can you solve it and type your answer in the chat group now?
You know why I got the wrong answer?
Yes, Maximus?
Because 100, mine is 130, yours is 89.
At the start of this question, I already said change it to 89.
I can't.
Okay, Maximus, come, let's do this together.
Start there.
What should I do in order to approach this question? What should I start with, Maximus? How should I start doing this question? Are you going to guess? Are you going to guess the length of the side here? Are you going to guess? Then what should we do, Max?
121 plus 9.
What should we do, Maximus?
Find the area.
Can you give me a list of square numbers?
1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100, 131, 144.
Very good. Now, we need to check which 2 square numbers add up to 89. Can you tell me?
Huh?
Which 2 square numbers can give you a sum of 89?
Yeah. 1 plus 8. No, wait. 1 plus. No.
Okay, in order to find
49
it,
plus. No. 49 plus.
we just need to look at the number at the end, right? And ask ourselves, does it give us 9? 5 plus 1 is not 9. Yeah. Which 2 numbers?
5 plus 4.
Okay, 5 plus 4 is 9. So 25 plus 64 is 89. Well done. So this must be 64. This must be 25. What is the length of side A?
64.
The length of the side.
64.
The length of this side.
Oh, 39.
The length of this side.
11.
This is the area. 64 is the area. Maximus? How do you find the area of a square?
The half times base times height.
That's a triangle. A square is much easier.
Like a square is height times breadth.
Side times side. Side times side.
Oh, it's 8.
Very good. Side times side. So this is 8. This is 8. 8 times 8 is 64. Yes or no?
Yeah.
What is the side of this square?
What?
What is the length of the side of the other square?
5.
Yes, 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, good. What is the length here?
5 minus 2.
Wrong.
8.
What? This side here, this length here.
3.
And how do you get 3?
8 minus 5.
Correct. So, what is the perimeter of the entire shape? How many 8 do you see?
8 times 3, 24.
How many 8?
And the answer is 42.
We have 3 8s, we have 3 5s.
Yeah.
And we must also remember to add.
3. So it's 42.
Well done, Maximus. You got it. So, any questions about this?
Yeah, no.
No? Well done, Maximus. How about the rest of you? We did this just last week. Okay, students? So I hope you have been revising. Now, let's try the next one. Okay, I know that the question in your paper is different. Okay, ignore the question in your paper because the one that is in your paper already appeared last week and I don't want you to do the same question. So look at my screen, everybody. They are showing you this figure and they are telling you that we have two squares, the small square and the big square. And they are also telling us that the area of CDH, this is CDH, and the area is 8 cm square. So now they're asking you, find the area of AFH. Okay, so they want you to find the yellow area, the yellow triangle. What is the area? Okay, everyone? Now, before we do this question, okay, I'm going to explain something to everyone. Just now, Maximus, when I asked him how to find the area of a square, he told me half times base times height. But actually, it is the area of a triangle, half times base times height. So everybody knows that the area of a triangle, right, is half times the base. Okay, the base is at the bottom, times the height. The height is always 90 degrees to the base. So this is how you find the area of a triangle. Yes, Jinsen, you raise your hand.
My question is not the same.
Sorry?
My question is not the same.
Well, Jinsen, I've just told everybody that the question is to be ignored because it already appeared last week. I want everyone to look at my screen, okay? Ignore the question in your worksheet. Okay, Jinsen? Now, the area of a triangle is half times base times height. So if I were to draw a set of parallel lines, and if I were to draw triangles inside within the parallel lines, okay, let's try to draw one triangle like that. And let me try to draw another triangle like that. Okay, let me ask Junsen. So Junsen, looking at these two triangles, right? Let's just say that this is the yellow triangle. Okay, now look at the yellow triangle. This is the base of the yellow triangle. And where is the height? Do you know where's the height of the yellow triangle? 90 degrees, right?
Yes.
Now, I want you to look at the green triangle. Okay, now I'm going to highlight this green triangle. Is it using the same base? Does it have the same base as the yellow triangle?
Yes.
Does it have the same height?
Yes.
And we all know that the area of a triangle is half time base time height. So if both of those triangles have the same base and the same height, do you think they have the same area?
No.
No.
Yes, it is.
Yes, of course. Because they have the same base, they have the same height. So if you try to find the area half time base times height, you will still get the same answer for both triangles. So the area of the pink triangle is equal to it's not pink, sorry, the area of the yellow triangle is equal to the area of the green triangle. Now, one more question I have for you, Junchen. Look at the red color area shaded and look at the blue shaded area here. Do you think the area of the red shaded and the blue shaded is the same? Yes or no?
Yes.
Very good. Because the area of the yellow and green triangles were the same, you just need to minus. Okay, let's just say you minus, you need to just minus away the bottom, right? And you will get the red and the blue area. So red area is the same as the blue area. Do you know what we call this concept? We call this the,
Butterfly.
yes, the butterfly concept. Whenever you have two parallel lines and when you have two triangles within those parallel lines, they will have the same area. The red color shaded and the blue shaded area will be the same. We call this the butterfly wings. The wings of the butterfly will be the same. The red wings and the blue wings, okay? So, Junsen, can you see any butterflies in the question?
Yes.
How?
The
Draw a
thing,
line.
the thing to the side.
Can you tell me where to draw my parallel lines? From
That
point
point
A,
then across to B.
A to B, A to B,
No,
is it?
E to B.
E to B, okay, then the parallel, where's the other line? Another parallel line is like that. These two lines are parallel, is it? Okay, can you try again? How should I draw my parallel lines? Okay, I give you the first one. A to C. Where's the other one? Parallel line.
D to B.
E to B. Do you know what's the
No,
meaning
D
of
to B.
D to B? D to B? Do you know what's the meaning of parallel, Jinsen?
Yes. No, D to F.
D to F. Very good. Well done. These two lines are parallel. So now let's look at the triangle over here. AFD. And let's look at the other triangle. FCD. Do you think they have the same base and the same height?
Yes.
Therefore, do you think that the butterfly wings are the same?
Yeah.
So can you tell me what is the area of the yellow part?
8 cm square.
Very good. The area of AFH is simply 8 cm square. Well done, Jinsen. You got it. So was this easy or difficult?
No.
Okay. So, students, how do I know that the two red lines are parallel? Because this is a square. This is 45 degrees. Because square is 90 degree, if you cut it into two, it's 45 degrees. This is also a square. So this is also 45 degrees. So I can be 100% certain that these two lines are parallel. Understand? So once I get my parallel lines, I just need to look for those two triangles. They are within the parallel lines. So those two triangles will have the same area. The butterfly wings will also be the same, 8 cm square. Okay? Now let's try this. Let me ask Kate. So, Kate, let's use a model to solve this, okay? The question says that she's, sorry. I don't think we should use a model. Okay, let's just write it down. This is the pigeonhole principle. You have red marbles, yellow marbles, green marbles, blue marbles. They say that you need to take at least 5 marbles of 3 different colors. Do you need to have 5 marbles of every color?
No, you have to assume the
No.
worst occasion.
You only need 3 colors, correct? You don't need all the 4 colors. Do you
But we
think?
have to assume the worst occasion.
Definitely, this is the worst case scenario. Do
The
you think
answer
my...
is 29.
Well done, Kate. Okay, Kate, come, let's do the question proper. We want to get 5 marbles of 3 different colors. However, we must assume that we are not so lucky because you are not allowed to look inside the bag.
So
You're not
you
allowed to...
first take out 10 of one color, 10
Hold
of
on,
the other color.
hold on. Let's assume that we are blindfolded, we are choosing the marbles from the bag, and we took out 5 red marbles. Am I happy getting 5 red? Will you be happy?
Yes.
Yes, because you require 5 marbles of 3 different colors.
Or you want to be unhappy.
You already have 5 red, right, Kate? So since you already have 5 red, do you need any more red?
No.
So we can move on to the next color, right, Kate?
Yeah.
The best case scenario is that you move on to a next color and you take
You get
5 more.
5 yellow, and then you get 5 green or blue.
Yes. So the best case is if you are allowed to move on to the next color. Are you so lucky to get the best case?
No.
No. So even though you want to go to the next color, guess what? They are going to force you to waste your time taking more of the same color that you don't need. So how many will you end up taking for the red?
10.
Yes, you will end up
And you
wasting a
take
lot of
10
time.
for yellow.
And you will also waste a lot of time taking 10 yellow.
But you
And
can't take 10 green or 5 because then you would already have 5 of 3
so
different colors.
let's
So you
assume that
do
we have 4
4.
green. So let's assume that we have 4 green.
Mhm.
Yes, you're correct, Kate. Do you need one more green, right?
No,
But
no,
do you think we're so
No.
lucky to get one more green?
no, because you're doing
No.
worst occasion. So
They
then
will
it
force
has
you
to
to
be
take
4.
blue. They will force you to take blue.
You need another one for blue because in the end,
So now we have 4 green and 4 blue. How many more do you need to take?
1.
Yes. Does it matter which color?
No.
Yes. So any color will do. And finally, you will have at least 5 marbles
29.
of 3 colors. So the total number of marbles you need to take
It's
is
29.
29. Good job, Kate. Well done. So students, you need to assume that you're very unlucky. You need to assume the worst case scenario for this. Okay, just now when you already have 5 red and you want to go to the next color, I'm sorry, you're not so lucky. They will force you to take more reds. They are wasting your time. Okay, always think about the worst thing that can happen. So they'll waste your time until you take all the red. Then they will waste your time until you take all the yellows. And even when you are going to take 5, you're almost getting 5 green, they will suddenly switch to blue. They will suddenly switch to blue and they will not give you your 5 green. And finally, when you take the last one, then you will have 5 of 3 different colors. And in this case, we have at least 5 greens, you have at least 5 yellows, and you have at least 5 reds. So those are 3 different colors. So now you have at least 5 of 3 different colors. Okay? Anyone has questions? Raise your hand. Okay. So let's try the next one. Okay. Read the question before we begin, okay? This question has got to do with Venn diagrams. So I'm going to draw a rectangle here, circle here, circle here. Okay, so I have two circles overlapping each other, and I have a rectangle. Now, students, I'm going to call the rectangle, I'm going to label the rectangle epsilon. Okay, epsilon. What does it mean? It means the universal set. I'll explain what is universal set later on, okay? I'm also going to label this as P and V. It stands for piano and violin. Okay? That means if I'm over here, okay, let me ask. Yeah, yes, Maximus, you raise your hand.
I'm the answer. You know why?
You are the answer. What? What do you mean?
Because I play both piano
Oh,
and
you play
violin.
both. You play both, is it, Maximus?
Yeah,
So where should you be standing? Should I put you here in the piano circle?
you should put me at the middle.
Here, is it? Very good. If you're standing in the middle, it means that
Yeah.
you can play both the piano and the violin. Then if I put you here, what does it mean?
Then I only play violin.
If I
No,
put you here, if I put you here,
I'm walking to violin and piano.
that means what? What does it mean if I put you outside?
Means I'm kicked out.
That means you do not play violin and you also do not play piano, right?
Yeah, but I'm still inside violin and piano.
Very good. So students, if I put Maximus outside the two circles, it means that he does not play the piano and he does not play the violin. Yes, Kate, you raise your hand.
Is the answer 12?
Well done. Good job. Okay. So anyone who have the answer, you can type it in the chat. All right. So students, what is the meaning of universal set? The universal set actually includes everybody who are outside the circle. That means you do not play piano, you do not play violin. Maybe you play the flute. Maybe you play the drums, right? Something like that. Okay. So universal set is everybody else. Now, if you are inside the circle, over here you are playing the piano only. Over here you're playing the violin only. Over here your name is Maximus. Okay? So let's get rid of Maximus for now. Bye, Maximus. Delete. So, students, you have 62. There are 62 people attending the School of Music. 34 of them play the piano. 31 of them play the violin. 9 students, they play neither. That means we put them outside. The 9 students are outside the circle. Okay? So the first thing we can do is this. Why not we try to find out how many students are there in total who are playing the piano and the violin? There are 65 of them. But isn't this very weird? Okay, let me ask Abby, okay? Abby, don't you think it's weird that we have 65 people playing the piano and violin? Do you think it's weird?
Yes.
Why? Why?
Because
How many students are attending the school?
62.
So there are 3 additional ghosts, is it?
Yes.
How can there be more people than 62? Correct? So that's the weird thing. Am I right?
Correct.
So what do you think? What do you think is the actual number of people who are literally supposed to be playing a combination of piano and violin? How many people do you think are going to be there all together within the two circles? Can you tell me? You already know that there are 62 students altogether. You also know that 9 of them do not belong inside the circles. So how many?
53.
Yes. So you need to say that inside the circles, there should be 53 people, right? But
Correct.
how come when I add them together, I'm getting 65? What is the reason?
Because some people play both, and then you're counting them twice when you're meant to count them once.
Very good, because this is the overlapping region and we actually overlap like that. So you ended up counting them twice. So how many people should be in the overlapping region?
Um,
Yeah. So how many people are there supposed to be in the overlapping region, Abby?
I think 3.
Did you say 3? Well, we already know that there are supposed to be 53 people altogether in the yellow circles, correct? But we also know that when you add them up, you got 65. The reason for the extra people is because of the overlap. Am I right? You're supposed to have 53 people, but ended up getting too many people. So, Abby, where did the extra people come from? They came from the overlap. So can you tell me how much is the overlap? You're supposed to get 53, but you got 65 instead. So how much is the extra?
12.
Yes. So you have 12 extra people, right?
Correct.
So where should I write the number 12? In
In
the Venn
between.
diagram. Good. Okay, so you have the extra 12 people who are coming from the overlapping region. That's why we know that there are supposed to be 12 people in the middle. So now the question asks you, how many are there? How many students are learning to play the piano and the violin? What's your answer?
12.
12. Yes, 12 is our answer. Well done, Abby. Now, Talia, can I ask you something? So, Talia, Abby already found how many people, but I would like to just ask you, how many people do you think are supposed to be here? Do you know?
22.
How do you get 22?
34 minus 12.
Yes, because there are 34 students playing the piano. That means the entire circle is supposed to have 34 people within it. There's supposed to be 34 people inside this circle altogether. You already have 12, and therefore, the remainder is 22. What about here, Talia?
19.
Good. 19. So when you add up the numbers within the circle here, you will still end up getting 31. Okay, good job, Talia. You have any questions about this?
No.
All right. Now, students, let's try out the last question. Okay, Talia, you volunteer for this. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to ask you to continue. So, Talia, let's use a model to solve this. Okay? The question told us that Miss Wang spent $148 on a dress. And 2 out of 7 of the remainder on a bag. So look at this fraction. How many units should I draw for the remainder, Talia? This is the remainder, right?
5 units.
5 units. Well, the question says that she spent 2 out of 7 of the remainder. So that means out of 7, I spent 2. Out of $7, I spent $2. Or maybe you can say out of 7 units, I spent 2 units. So how many units should the remainder have for me to spend 2 out of 7? Can I spend, if you give me 5 units, can I spend 2 out of 7? Talia?
Yes.
If you give me 5 units like this, then how many units is 2 out of 7?
2 units.
If I shade like that, this is actually 2 out of how many units?
5.
Where's the 7? So how many units do I need in order to get 2 out of 7?
7.
7. Yes. Okay, so I'm taking the remainder and I'm going to divide the remainder into 7 units. Okay, so let's divide the remainder into 7 units like this. And I'm going to spend 2 out of the 7 units buying a bag. And finally, the question tells me that I have 3 out of 5 of the original amount of money remaining, correct?
Yes.
Okay, great. So Talia, when you look at the model, you can see 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 units, 5 units. We can see that 5 units represents 3 out of 5 of the original amount of money. Okay? So 1 unit will represent what fraction of the original money? What workings must I do?
Divide by 5.
Yes. Okay, you divide this by 5, you'll get 3 out of 25. Okay, so now I know that 1 unit represents 3 out of 25 of the entire amount of money. So the question says, how much money did she have left? Okay, never mind. Let's just find the remainder first. 7 units. Let's just find the full 7 units first. This 7 units represents what fraction? Out of 25?
21.
Good. Because you need to multiply this by 7. Okay, multiply by 7 on both sides. You multiply by 7, you get 7 units and 21. So now we know that the yellow part, okay, Talia, the yellow part here is representing 21 out of 25. So can you tell me what fraction is this 148 representing?
4 units.
Yes, 4 out of 25.
So do 148 divided by 4.
So now you know that 4 out of 25 equals to 148. 1 out of 25, you just need to divide it by 4. So if you divide it by 4, you get 37. Okay, we get 37. And the question is asking how much
37
money?
times 37 times 15.
Oh, 15. How do you know it's 15?
3 out of 5 times 5.
Well done, well done. Students, the question is asking you, how much money did she have left? And it is quite easy to see that this is the amount of money that she have left. Okay, because the question said that she has 5 units left, right? So if you convert this into over 25, you'll get 15 out of 25. So that's why Talia says you need to multiply by 15. And we will have $555 left. Well done, Talia. Any questions about this?
No.
No. How about the rest of you students? Do you find this easy or difficult? I know that this might not be so easy because we need to convert from fractions to units and then from fractions into numbers. Okay, we need to work with fractions and units and numbers all together at the same time, right? And most importantly, of course, if you can draw the model properly, then it will help you a lot. Anyone have any questions about this? Raise your hand. Anyone found it confusing? Or you want to clarify something? All right, students. Well done today. We have managed to complete our term revision. Now, obviously, there are some questions that you might have gotten wrong, or there are certain questions that you did not know how to solve at all. Okay, so please go back. The solutions have already been emailed to your parents. There's also the lesson recording for you to revise. So please do your revision so that you can improve your skills. Okay, students? And of course, one thing I want to remind you, whenever you do the question that looks very easy, just be careful. Even if you're trying to count how many four-sided shapes, you can miss out. And if you make careless mistakes, you're going to lose marks for no reason, right? So please slow down, organize the information, take it step by step so that you'll get the correct answer. Good. All right, students. I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone. Bye, Abby, Ben, Jinsen, Kate, Maximus, Nicholas, Talia. Bye.